Good afternoon everyone. I am Parul from Department of Environmental Studies. Today I am going to present my presentation on biogeochemical cycle. We are going to discuss what is biogeochemical cycle, types of biogeochemical cycle, water cycle, carbon cycle, nitrogen cycle, phosphorus cycle, sulfur cycle, importance of biogeochemical cycle, references. So let's start with biogeochemical cycle. The term biogeochemical cycle is derived from bio, which means biosphere, and geo, which means geological components, and chemicals, which means the element that moves through the cycle. Basically, biogeochemical cycle is a natural process through which essential elements, compounds passes through a cycle into the biological and chemical, physical environment of the earth. The matter on the earth is conserved and is present in the form of matter. Since matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, it is recycled in the earth system in various forms. Major elements of biogeochemical cycle are carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and sulfur. Types of biogeochemical cycle. Biogeochemical cycle are basically divided into two types. First one is gaseous cycles and second one is sedimentary cycles. Gaseous cycles involves carbon, oxygen, nitrogen and the water cycle. Sedimentary cycles include sulfur, phosphorus and rock cycle. So let's go with the water cycle first. The water from the different water bodies evaporates, cools, condenses and falls back to the earth as rain, and this is known as the water cycle. The biogeochemical cycle is response to maintaining weather conditions. The water in the various forms interacts with the surroundings and changes the temperature and the pressure of the atmosphere. There is another process called evapotranspiration. It is vapor produced from the leaves which aids this process. It is evaporated water from the leaves and soil water bodies to the atmosphere and get again condensed and falls as rain. These are the stages of water cycle: evaporation, sublimation, condensation, precipitation, infiltration and runoff. Now stages of water cycle. First one is evaporation. Evaporation में basically क्या होता है, water body से water heat up होके gaseous form में convert हो जाता है. Then sublimation. Sublimation is the process by which solid is converted into the gas directly. ये liquid phase में enter नहीं करता है. So this is sublimation. Next is condensation. Water vapors condense होके clouds की form में आ जाते हैं. Precipitation में जो वाटर जो रेन वगैरह है जैसे वो वाटरफॉल्स होते हैं वैसे. प्रेसिपिटेशन रेनफॉल वगैरह प्रेसिपिटेशन के अंदर आती है. इनफिल्ट्रेशन सम ऑफ द वाटर गेट सीप्स इनटू द सोयल. रन ऑफ जैसे एग्रीकल्चर रन ऑफ, ये सब इसके अंदर आ जाएंगे. नेक्स्ट इज implications of water cycle. The water cycle has a tremendous impact on the climate. Without the evaporative cooling effect of the water cycle, the temperature on the earth would rise drastically. The water cycle is also an integral part of other geochemical cycles. Water cycle affects all the life processes on the earth. The water cycle is also known as to clean the air. Next is carbon cycle, which is very important. It is one of the biogeochemical cycles in which carbon is exchanged among the biosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and pedosphere. All the green plants use carbon dioxide and sunlight for the photosynthesis. Plants वगैरह carbon dioxide और sunlight को use करते हैं photosynthesis के लिए. Carbon is the stored in the plants. Carbon plants में store होता है. The green plants when dead are buried into the soil that gets converted into the fossil fuels made from carbon. These fossil fuels when burnt release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. जब fossil fuels burn होते हैं तो ये carbon dioxide release करते हैं atmosphere में. Also, the animals that consume plants obtain the carbon stored in the plants. The carbon is returned into the atmosphere when these animals are decomposed after death. वापस से कार्बन क्या नाम है एटमॉस्फेयर में आ जाती है जब ये एनिमल्स वगैरह डिकम्पोज होते हैं, इनकी डेथ हो जाती है. The carbon also returns to the environment through the cellular respiration by the animals. Animals की cellular respiration के through भी कार्बन एटमॉस्फेयर में वापस से आ जाती है. कार्बन साइकिल के steps. Carbon present in the atmosphere is absorbed by the plants for the photosynthesis. These plants are then consumed by the animals and carbons gets bioaccumulated in their bodies. These animals and plants eventually die, and upon decomposing, carbon is released back into the atmosphere. Some of the carbon that is not released back into the atmosphere eventually becomes fossil fuel. जो कार्बन बच जाती है वो fossil fuels की फॉर्म में buried out हो जाती है. Key points of carbon cycle. Carbon cycle explains the movement of carbon between the Earth, biosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere, and the atmosphere. The movement of carbon from animals to the plants and to the whole atmosphere. The whole cycle is called carbon cycle, which explains the movements of carbon in biosphere, geosphere, hydrosphere और एटमॉस्फेयर. कार्बन एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट एलिमेंट है लाइफ का. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इन द एटमॉस्फेयर इज टेकन अप बाय ग्रीन प्लांट्स. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड सबसे पहले ग्रीन प्लांट्स के द्वारा टेकन अप होती है. देन अदर फोटोसिंथेटिक ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू द ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स दैट ट्रैवल through the food chain. Carbon atoms are then released as carbon dioxide when organism respire. ऑर्गेनिज्म जैसे हम लोग हैं, ह्यूमंस है, रेस्पिरेशन करते हैं तो हम कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिलीज करते हैं. द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ fossil fuels and sedimentary rocks contributes to the carbon cycle for a very long periods. The carbon cycle is associated with the availability of other compounds as well. Carbon cycle other एलिमेंट्स की अवेलेबिलिटी पे भी डिपेंड करती है. समटाइम्स इट हैपेंस. नाइट्रोजन साइकिल. नेक्स्ट इज नाइट्रोजन साइकिल इज अ बायोकेमिकल प्रोसेस व्हिच ट्रांसफॉर्म्स inert nitrogen present in the atmosphere to a more usable form of living. जो atmosphere, as we know, it is the most abundant element or gas present in the atmosphere. So इसको usable form में convert करती है nitrogen cycle. It involves several processes such as nitrogen fixation. It is the first step of nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen fixation, उसके बाद nitrification, फिर denitrification, फिर decay and purification. The entire process of nitrogen fixation is consumed by symbiotic organisms which are known as diazotropes. Azotobacters and rhizobiums also plays a very important role in this process. These bacteria consist of a nitrogenous enzyme which has capability to combine gaseous nitrogen with hydrogen to form ammonia. नाइट्रोजन और हाइड्रोजन मिलकर अमोनिया बनाता है, जो कि ये जो बैक्टीरियाज हैं ये इसमें वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज स्टेप्स ऑफ नाइट्रोजन साइकिल. फर्स्ट स्टेप इज नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन. टाइप्स ऑफ नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशंस आर एटमॉस्फेरिक फिक्सेशन. एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रोसेस के थ्रू नाइट्रोजन फिक्स होती है. इंडस्ट्रियल नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन और बायोलॉजिकल नाइट्रोजन फिक्सेशन, बायोलॉजिकल ऑर्गेनिजम्स की हेल्प से. देन नाइट्रिफिकेशन, then assimilation, ammonification and denitrification. This is the diagram which is showing the complete cycle of the nitrogen. What is the importance of nitrogen cycle? It helps plants to synthesize chlorophyll from the nitrogen compounds, helps in converting inert nitrogen gas into a usable form for the plants through the biogeochemical process. In this process of ammonification, the bacteria help in decomposing the animal and plant matter, which directly helps to clean up the environment. Nitrates and nitrites are released into the soil, which helps in enriching the soil with the necessary nutrients required for cultivation. Next is oxygen cycle, which is one of the most important cycles among these. This biogeochemical cycle explains the movement of oxygen gas within the atmosphere, the ecosystem, biosphere and the lithosphere. The oxygen cycle is interconnected with the carbon cycle. Carbon cycle और जो oxygen cycle है वो एक दूसरे से connected है. The atmosphere is the layer of gases present above the surface. As we know, atmosphere is the layer in which all the gases are present above the Earth's surface. The sum of Earth's ecosystem makes a biosphere. Lithosphere is the solid outer section along with the Earth crust, and it is the largest reservoir of oxygen. Stages of oxygen cycle. The stage 1. All the green plants during the process of photosynthesis release oxygen back into the atmosphere as a byproduct. And stage 2. All the aerobic organisms use free oxygen for the respiration. जो भी aerobic organisms हैं जो free oxygen है उसको respiration के लिए use करते हैं. Stage 3. Animals exhales carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere, which is again used by plants during photosynthesis. वही कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जो कि वापस रिलीज हुई है वो प्लांट्स के द्वारा यूज करी जाती है फोटोसिंथेसिस के प्रोसेस के लिए. नाउ ऑक्सीजन इज बैलेंस्ड इन द एटमॉस्फेयर. Next is importance of oxygen cycle. Oxygen is one of the most essential component of the Earth's atmosphere. It is mainly required for breathing, combustion, supporting aquatic life, decomposition of organic waste. The oxygen cycle is mainly involved in maintaining the levels of oxygen in the atmosphere. Both the oxygen and carbon cycle occur independently and are interconnected to each other, as we have already discussed. Next is phosphorus cycle. Phosphorus cycle is a biogeochemical process that involves the movement of phosphorus through the lithosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. Phosphorus cycle is a very slow process. Various weather processes helps to wash the phosphorus present in the rocks into the soil. Phosphorus is absorbed by the organic matter in the soil, which is used for various biological processes. Steps of phosphorus cycle. First is weathering, which is integration of rocks. Absorption by the plants. Plants absorb करते हैं. Then absorption by animals. Return to the environment through decomposition. Decomposition के through वो वापस से एटमॉस्फेयर में वापस आ जाती है. Human impact on phosphorus cycle. A number of human activities, use of fertilizers, artificial eutrophication, etc. has a great impact on the phosphorus cycle. The phosphorus fertilizer increases the level of phosphorus into the soil. Overuse of these fertilizers reduce the fertility of soil, and it's harmful for the microorganisms present in the soil. When these are washed away into the nearby bodies, they are hazardous to the aquatic bodies. During the shipping of food from the farms to cities, the amount of phosphorus that is washed away in water causes eutrophication. Next is sulfur cycle. The process of sulfur cycle is explained. The sulfur cycle is released by the weathering of rocks. The sulfur becomes in contact with the air and is converted into the sulfates. Sulfates are taken up by the plants and microbes, and then they are converted into the organic form. The organic form of sulfur is then consumed by the animals to their food, and thus sulfur moves into the food chain. When the animals die, some of the sulfur is released by decomposition, while some enter into the tissue of the microbes. There are several natural sources such as volcanic eruptions, evaporation of water that releases sulfur directly into the atmosphere. The sulfur falls on the earth with the rainfall. Steps of sulfur cycle: decomposition of organic matter, oxidation of hydrogen sulfide to the elemental sulfur, oxidation of elemental sulfur, reduction of sulfates. Importance of biogeochemical cycle, which is our last topic. These cycles demonstrates the way in which the energy is used through the ecosystem. These cycles move the essential elements for the life to sustain. They are vital as they recycle elements and store them through and regulate the vital through the physical facts. These cycles depict the association between the living and non-living things in the ecosystem and enables the continuous survival of the ecosystem. Some activities of humans disturb a few of these natural cycles and thereby affecting the regulated ecosystem. A closer look at these mechanisms can help us restrict and stop their dangerous effect. These are the bibliography.